Third is social issues. And social issues, I feel if you work on a little before the mains, I think it can be very helpful. And here, this is a part of the question, a part of the paper apart from GS4 and essay, which you can be a little creative with, because the questions are also a little creative. One thing that you need to focus on, and which can fetch you more marks, is dimensions. As many dimensions you open in this answer, because they're sometimes quite open-ended, sometimes they're not, but the questions that are open-ended, if you open as many dimensions as possible, it is likely to be a good answer. Similarly, for intros and conclusions, I had certain ready templates. So, for example, if it would be secularism, I had, say, Sarvadharm Sambhav, or the 12th Rock Edict of Ashoka, or something else that I would either use in the introduction or the conclusion. Communalism, something else. Diversity, I remember I had written down thali, the concept of India as a thali as compared to, say, melting pot or salad bowl model. So this is something that I used. So thali model for diversity. Then similarly for population, there's a unit. Urbanization, there's a unit. So urbanization, I had good data points on different aspects of urbanization, different sub points which I could use in a question on urbanization. For that I had prepared matter already. For population, I remember a good conclusion that I had already prepared, which I used in this year's paper, was also about how education is the best contraceptive. And there was a Sucheta Srivastav judgment which talked about reproductive choice in the context of the population debate and population control debate that was happening. So these are things that you can work on already. There are some 10 different subheadings. Make sure that you have good content on them. Make sure that in the final paper, you're trying to look at various dimensions. So if there's a question on, I remember last time or in this paper, there was this question about social values and, influence of foreign cultures on India and India on foreign cultures, right? So you can only write 1 and 2 points about it and explain it a lot, or you can write points in terms of, say, language, then dress, then, art and all of that. And don't just write it like that. Try to give examples of how these things are there. Similarly, globalization is a topic. So global in local and local in global. How does globalization affect local cultures, and how do local cultures affect globalization? There are a lot of questions which are asked on globalization year after year. So make sure that you just sit down one day and think of things that, are there. So for example, something like PUBG was there, and PUBG there was this Indian version which was Fauji, right? And something like Kaun Banega Crorepati. So Slumdog Millionaire and the Who Wants to Become a Millionaire was the inspiration story behind KB. So these are ways in which globalization is affecting Indian culture, and it's somehow how it's also shaping in culture, foreign culture as well. So something like sitar music. So Anushka Shankar has taken the sitar outside to foreign worlds to the extent that pop culture outside is being influenced by fusion music. So think of these examples, sit down and prepare certain topics for social issues, which can make your answer a little more interesting and different from the other person. So this was GS1.